Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to the video. I hope everybody's day is going great. Today, we have a really interesting video. We're going to be starting off with a South Korean Overwatch hack developer. So it was announced today in an article done by Nicole Carpenter that a hack developer in South Korea has been handed a prison sentence, guys. That's right. Somebody is going to prison for creating hacks in Overwatch. Absolutely insane. We're going to cover this whole story from the top to the bottom. Then after that, we're going to be taking a look at a couple pieces of news that came out overnight. Then lastly, we're going to be taking a look at an interview done with Birdring. He's talking all about the playoffs, Hanzo, how is his team preparing, also what he wants to do next season, and just how he can overall turn around his slump for the playoffs. If you guys are new around here, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to my channel for more daily Overwatch League content, and without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop into it. So starting off with this whole South Korean Overwatch hacker prison sentence thing. This was posted today by Nicole Carpenter and Dot Esports. An Overwatch hack creator in South Korea is facing jail time for violating the game industry promotion law and information communication technology protection law. Wow, that was a hard read. A 28-year-old man was sentenced to a year in prison and 2 years probation, according to South Korean news broadcaster SBS News. Now, this SBS News article is in Korean. I did take a look at it and translate it. It's kind of weirdly worded because obviously Google Translate isn't the best, but it did say in it that he was sentenced to 2 years in prison and not 1. So he could be in prison for 2 years, 1 year, not exactly sure, but Nicole Carpenter reported 1 year, and the hacker reportedly collected a large sum of money in exchange for the program, 200 million won, which is around $180,000 USD. This is crazy, guys. Somebody is literally going to prison for 2 years for hacking in Overwatch or developing hacks for people to cheat. Absolutely insane. There were other sentences. Let's go ahead and take a look at those. 2 other Overwatch hackers were sentenced earlier this year. One received 2 years probation and another was fined 10 million won or $10,000 USD. 13 hackers and match fixers were all arrested in January by South Korean police, but the remaining 10 will still await sentencing. I didn't know the South Korean court system was so harsh on hackers and match fixers. This is insane. If you look at match fixers over here in North America, there's that famous scandal that happened in CSGO with players like Braxton, Swag, Still, Dazed, all those guys. They were banned for match fixing, but they were just banned from the game. They didn't have any real life consequences, no fines, no jail time, that's for sure, no probation, none of that. And as for hacking, I mean, if you're a hack developer in North America, I've heard of them getting sued by the company, and they've definitely lost those cases and had to pay a ton of money, but I have not heard of any jail time, so this is just crazy, man. I don't know what to think about it. You guys got to let me know down below in the comments what you think. Wow. It says here the most recent sentencing was that harsh because it was due to the large profit that he occurred over time and also that long time of period that he was selling the hacks. So it definitely seems like this guy has been doing it for a long time and he's collected a large sum of money, and they feel that is a good reason to send him to prison. So that's pretty much it for this, guys. At the end of the day, I do feel like a year in prison is pretty heavy duty. And this might not even just be a year, guys. The SBS News reported that it was 2 years. Man, 2 years in jail for creating a hack in Overwatch. Wow. And I guess you could look at it, you know, in a form of justice. Like, the guy did do a lot of wrong. The guy probably sold thousands of players hacks, and they're ruining so many people's days. But God, again, going back to a year prison time, that's absolutely insane. I think more along the lines of like a severe probation and like a heavy fine, comparable or even more to what he made. So they only fined him $10,000 and he made $180,000. I feel like they should be able to fine him somewhere around $150,000 to $180,000 and then put him in probation for 2 years. Prison is crazy, man. Sending a guy to prison for this, he's going to be surrounded by people who are in there for rape, murder, robbery, you know, crazy things. So I don't know if it's that serious and should warrant prison, but you know, that's how South Korea looks at it. And damn, be sure to let me know down below in the comments what you guys think about this. Is 1 year too harsh? What about 2? That's just insane to me. So leave a comment. Crazy news here, guys. Let's go ahead and move on now and look at a couple pieces of news that came out over the past couple days. So starting off with Hagopan, he tweeted this out yesterday night. I am going to America. Please cheer for me. So very similar tweet to Rascal's. So it seems like Hagopan is probably going to be joining a Contenders team. Which one? I'm not really too sure, guys, because honestly, I don't know which Contenders teams right now need a Zenyatta player or just like, you know, off support player. Hagopan, though, is really good, and he'll be a huge pickup for any team in Contenders, regardless if it's full of Koreans, full of American players, whatever it is. He is going to help them a ton because Hagopan, yeah, maybe not as good as Bidosin, but he was very close to him. It's very similar to the situation yesterday that I was talking about with Huyal and Fury on the off tank. Bidosin and Hagopan were very close, and there were definitely games where Hagopan played amazingly for the London Spitfire, especially in stages 1 or 2. He definitely made a case for himself being the starter there. May have came down to, you know, a communication or teamwork situation where Bidosin was just better there. But mechanically and on the outside looking in, watching Hagopan play, he looked great. And a lot of people forget, Hagopan was actually a huge key role to GC Busan's success prior to the Overwatch League. I'd say him, Prophet, and Gesture were really the star players on that team. He honestly played great for them, and he was also the team captain of GC Busan, so, you know, veteran experience, similar to Huyal, he can easily join any of the North American Contenders team, help lead them to success. I wouldn't doubt it, the guy was great. So good luck to him. Hopefully he has a good run with whoever he joins. And let's go ahead and move on to the next piece of news now. Alright, so this isn't directly Overwatch League related, but it's pretty big news for Overwatch. They tweeted this out today. Take a look. Rolling through. Here's the clip. I guess this is a teaser for a new hero in Overwatch. He's just rolling around in a ball. Kind of funny, kind of cool. I wonder what it is. I'm just hoping that he can't roll into people and stun them because that would be absolutely annoying. There's already enough stuns in the game, but I kind of feel like that's going to be one of his abilities. Pretty cool though. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think this is. We're not going to talk too much about it, but again, it does look pretty cool. And now let's go ahead and move on and talk about the Young and Beautiful. So the Young and Beautiful is a European Contenders team. They did pretty decent in Season 1. They got 5th through 8th. They had some good players on their roster. They had Shatter 2K, Saini, those two guys are very well known. They also had Emil, he's very good. But they've completely revamped their roster. Only 2 of the players previously are still there, Ben Best and Gustav. Now they've picked up 4 new players, Dids, Math, Danny, Exaroth. This is what they tweeted out. I'm excited to announce our new roster for this season. Lots of talent to be developed. Ben Best, Danny, Gustav, Exarath, Math, and Dids. Their coach is going to be Promise, and the manager is Call Me JBN. So as I said, a lot of new players coming in, fresh faces we've never heard of. It's going to be interesting seeing how well these guys can play. And let's go ahead and move on now and talk about Birdring from the London Spitfire. So this was an interview done by Dustin Steiner on UniKRN. He asked Birdring some pretty interesting questions. We're going to go ahead and just skip to this one though. A big part of these strategies among shifting metagame is going to be Hanzo's rework. The hero's new abilities, including Storm Arrow, has become an important weapon in the hero's arsenal. One that skilled players have begun to use to great effect to mow down their opponents. Birdring is ready for these changes, and it seems likely that the Spitfire will be prepared to utilize it against the Gladiators. And this is what Birdring said to that. With Hanzo's changes coming up, it's going to be a big change to the game and our strategy, Birdring said. I've been practicing Hanzo in competitive just to get ready for that, and I'm confident I'll be able to play him in the Overwatch League matches. Then he was asked again a little bit about the slump. Of course, Birdring is well aware he went through a slump throughout the course of the season, especially as Stage 4 wore on. Birdring averaged only 9,213 damage per minute, which ranks him below even several healers in the league. Damn. Let alone other DPS players, making him 60th ranked in the league in damage dealt per 10 minutes in Stage 4. That performance will have to step up and fast if Birdring wants to have an impact against his team's biggest challenge yet. And honestly, LA Gladiators is the biggest challenge so far to the London Spitfire. They really haven't been able to beat them. Birdring said this. Throughout the season, fans got to watch me be really good, but I also had some bad patches where it took time to get back in top form, he said. Going into the playoffs, I'm going to try my hardest to show the best performance that I can, and going into the next year, I would like to be a consistent player that can show my top form throughout the entire season. So it seems like Birdring is possibly preparing to play Hanzo in the playoffs, going up against the LA Gladiators. It's going to be tough. As I said earlier, they have had a horrible track record against the LA Gladiators this season. So hopefully Birdring is back in form and ready to go for this match. And moving into next season, he is right. He does need to have a more consistent performance. First 2 stages, he was MVP caliber. Next 2 stages, wasn't so MVP caliber. I mean, 60th ranked on damage per 10 minutes. That is really low, guys. We'll just have to see what happens come playoff time, guys, and that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like down below. If you have any questions or you want to discuss the video, be sure to leave a comment. And also, again, I am live right now on Twitch, so come hang out, come watch my stream. I know I've been streaming a lot on YouTube recently, but we're going to go ahead and give Twitch another go. So go ahead and click the link down below, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Peace.